Cook is the number 9 batter against Shane Drowan. The umpires presented by Cannon and Dunphy. Malachi Moore is behind home plate with the crew chief Alfonso Marquez at first. Mike Estabrook at second, and John Bacon, the man at third base. Cannon and Dunphy, trusted by Wisconsin families since 1985. Just like the umpires keep the game fair, Cannon and Dunphy fights for justice when it matters most. Cannon and Dunphy, Milwaukee's trusted personal injury attorneys. It'll be the Brewers and the Pirates. Milwaukee looking for the doubleheader split. And Lane has more. He'll tell you all about our great sponsors when we come back right after these words. Just about 10 minutes away from first pitch on the Brewers Radio Network.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive...
Keith at the plate, first pitch, fly ball, right field. This one's deep. This one's got a chance. Gone! Number 7 for Colt Keith, and the Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
Boy, that didn't take long at all.
Welcome home, Tigers, with a 2-run bomb.
This is a very tough lineup if you're not good at getting left-handed bats out.
Good job of the Tigers making sure to bring that ball up. That cutter was brought up, and it didn't last very long. That ball was hammered out to right center.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from, like, the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive, again, to maintain. It would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Ty Cobb's.
These are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Innovative companies, Fifth Third builds secure, efficient, and forward-thinking payment solutions because commercial payments require more than consistency. They demand innovation that keeps money moving. That's commercial payments. A Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality and craftsmanship you can see and feel for years to come. We start by listening and end with a home you truly love. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
CD1 Price Cleaners is now open in West Allis, Greendale, and Kenosha. That's right, you can now have any garment dry cleaned and pressed for just $3. No guesswork, no surprises. Just $3 to dry clean any garment at CD1 Price Cleaners. Open 24/7 in West Allis, Greendale, and Kenosha, and coming soon to Brookfield, Shorewood, and Wauwatosa. Save 70% on your dry cleaning bill with CD1 Price Cleaners. Proud partner of the Brewers Radio Network.
Freebie in the fifth is back. In the middle of the fifth inning, listen for the cue to call to win 2 tickets and a parking pass to EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh on the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
Back with you from PNC Park as we wrap up the On Deck show. Bill by Menards, the Brewers and Pirates getting set for Game 2 of this doubleheader today in the middle game of this 3-game series, although that sounds weird to say. Josh Maurer joining me now here from our broadcast position high atop PNC Park. And Josh, the Brewers lost a heartbreaker in Game 1. They try to shake that off. They've been great at putting tough losses behind them so far this year.
Absolutely, Lane. They just shake things off like they're Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a team that has no issue after they have a...
Now married, by the way.
Not a problem for them to bounce back generally this season. I expect them to do that here. Look, Bubba Chandler has been very gettable for most of this season, and I think the Brewers, the other time they faced him back last September, had a really good game plan against Chandler, who throws hard, but I expect them to be successful today.
Brewers typically see a lot of pitches, Josh. That's one of the hallmarks of this Brewers offense. And Bubba Chandler has walked 52. That leads the league. That is certainly, I think, something to watch over the course of this game.
Yeah, and I think that you're going to try to elevate his pitch count, get into that Pirates bullpen early. They had a big boost from Carmen Majinski with 3 innings of piggyback relief earlier. So you'd like to get into some of the other quote-unquote non-leverage guys out of that pen.
That's a great point, and those are the keys to the game. They're presented by Toyota. Visit your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup, like the Tacoma, the Camry, and the all-new RAV4. Let's go places. And Josh, how about a drive around the league?
Absolutely, Lane. It's presented, as always, by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Brewers lead in the Central is down to 7 games over the second-place Cubs after that defeat earlier today here. Milwaukee's still 24 games above the 500 mark this season. The Pirates have gotten back within 11.5 of the Brewers. They're in 4th place. The Cubs are going to play the Reds in Game 2 of a series tonight in Cincinnati at 6:10. Javier Assad goes opposite Nick Lodolo after the Reds won Game 1 of that series behind Hunter Green last night. The Cardinals and the Braves play Game 2 at 7:15 from Busch. Reynaldo Lopez against Matthew Liberatore, the starting pitchers, after the Cardinals' 2-1 win opened that series yesterday. Well, the Major League Baseball draft underway. The first 2 rounds have been just about completed there. The Brewers had pick number 25, and they took another Ebel brother. Remember, they took Brady Ebel, the son of the Dodgers third base coach Dino last year, early in the draft. Number 25 this year, they took his brother, Lane.
Yeah, my question is, they obviously played on the same high school team a year ago. Did Trey have to play second base until this year? And then he got to slide over to shortstop because you had Brady? Look, we got to see Brady a lot in spring training. I know you were, like me, really impressed with this kid. His arm reminds me a little bit of like Mason Wynn's, which is pretty elite. Really big arm for a young player, and he's having a nice first year of professional baseball. I'm excited. I think there's great pedigree there, great baseball IQ, and clearly the Brewers are really happy with what they've gotten from Brady so far. Otherwise, they might not have dipped right back into the Ebel pool again and brought in Trey.
Trey Ebel coming to the Brewers at pick number 25. The number 1 pick in the draft went to the White Sox, and it was not a big surprise that Rock Chalowski out of UCLA, a shortstop, was the number 1 overall pick. Today's injury report is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injured? Skip the ER and start healing faster with Ortho ASAP. The walk-in orthopedic clinic from OAW. See specialists today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. If you missed the news earlier, Kyle Harrison has been placed onto the injured list with left forearm tightness. Kyle did speak with reporters before the doubleheader today here in Pittsburgh and said he's still not overly concerned that it's going to be an extended absence. you just kind of keep your fingers crossed. Every time you hear that there's an issue with the forearm as a pitcher, you hope it's not going to be anything serious. But Harrison will be out at least until after the All-Star break. Robert Gasser took his spot. Coleman Crow yesterday in another rehab appearance with Nashville. 3 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. And so Crow, who's pitched a couple of times coming back from his forearm issue, seems like he's still maybe going to need a little bit more time down there. Bubba Chandler's out on the mound taking his warm-up tosses for the Pirates as they try to sweep the doubleheader. The Brewers have not been swept in a doubleheader this season. They are 1-0-1 in their first couple of twin bills here in 2026. The Brewers trying to avoid losing the series. Boy, they don't lose often in a divisional series, but the Pirates, they won the first one this year in Milwaukee in April, and they won the first game of this doubleheader here today. Fans, we're ready to roll with the game, which is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Start your journey with confidence. We ride with you every mile. Visit Boucher.com. Open for the split here in Pitt. And to call it, here's Lane Brindle.
Well done, Josh. A very good use of rhyming. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. Yelich will lead things off for the Crew. Bubba Chandler out there on the mound for Pittsburgh. Young right-handed arm that certainly has elite stuff, and the pitch missed outside to Yelich. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Got underway at 4:17 here today for Game 2 of this doubleheader. The 1-0 pitch is right through there for a strike on Yelich, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 82 degrees at first pitch. Still a little overcast here today. We've got a lot of boats out on the Allegheny floating by over the course of this game. Yelich took inside, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike here. Chandler, we told you he'll walk you. Works out of the windup here, and the 2-1 pitch to Yelich. This one is popped foul and out of play down the third baseline. It's 2-2. Yelich went 1 for 5 in Game 1 today. Batting average sitting at .242 with 6 home runs and 31 driven in. Chandler's 2-2 pitch missed inside, nearly hit him, and the count is full. It's 3-2. The first pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless, premium cocktails in a can. Stop at your local retailer and stock up for the game or for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. Chandler looking in to his catcher, Rafael Flores Jr. 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Yelich might have swung at ball 4. It was a slider down and in, and Yelich strikes out to begin this game. So 1 away for Jackson Chourio, who got most of Game 1 off, came off the bench and popped out in foul territory in the 9th inning. Went 0 for 1 in Game 1, hitting .283 with 13 home runs and 36 driven in on the season for Jackson. Chandler out of the windup, brings home the first pitch and a swing and a miss. Elevated a fastball at 99. It's 0-1. Our quick trip around the bases presented by Mamba Candy today. And our contestant is Patrick Stair of De Pere. The 0-1. And Chourio swings on it, fouls it straight back into the net. And it's 0-2. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Patrick will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Mamba Candy and Quick Trip. Stop in and pick up Mamba Magic Sticks or Mamba Berry Tasty at Quick Trip. Chandler's 0-2 pitch to Chourio's up and in with a sweeper. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two delivery to Chourio is a liner over the glove of the shortstop Triolo and into left field. It's a base hit for Jackson. Change up, left it up a little bit, and Jackson smoked that ball into left. It might have trickled off the glove of Triolo, who tried to time his jump and nearly got the glove to it. It is a base hit for Jackson, and that'll get Terang to the plate. Chandler was a great high school football player in Georgia, great all-around athlete in Georgia. Actually was committed to play football, a quarterback at Clemson out of high school. Pitch missed down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Was going to play for Dabo Sweeney, but decided to turn pro when he was drafted and worked out a deal with Pittsburgh in the 2021 draft. And his football days were over at that point. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Sinker at 98, got it past Terang. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. It was a third-round pick. And actually was a two-way player when he was first drafted by the Pirates, and then eventually they said, no, we got to focus on pitching. Terang squares to bunt, and they're asking for, no, they're going to not even ask for help. They'll say that he offered at that pitch on a fastball in at 96. So he bunted through it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Churio with 1 away. Chandler and his big velocity on the mound here for Pittsburgh, and now a disengagement used. He's had a rough year, though. 3-8 with a 4.82 ERA. Josh told you about the Brewers last year getting all over him. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off and out of play. Third base side. Stays at 1-2 on Bryce Terang. Bryce hitting .266, 13 home runs. He's driven in 56 on the year. And went 0 for 3 in Game 1 earlier today. Chandler's 1-2 pitch. Inside, nearly hit him, and it's 2-2. He is effectively wild. I guess it remains to be seen if it'll be effectively, but he is wild. Put it that way here in this top of the first inning.
Can't make you feel very easy in the batter's box.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Terang. Here's the pitch, and he missed in, and the count is full. Remember, Yelich had a full count. Ended up striking out. Churio with the base hit into left, and now full count on Terang. So Chandler's had to throw some pitches here in this first inning so far. This one will be number 16 on the afternoon for Bubba Chandler. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Malachi Moore is our home plate umpire. Crew chief Alfonso Marquez at first base. Mike Estabrook is at second base. And John Bacon is your third base umpire here today. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Terang. The pitch. There goes the runner. The throw to second is going to be late. They will say that Terang swung. They appeal to third on a pitch that was in on a slider, and John Bacon is going to say that Terang swung, so he strikes out. Terang had both hands up at John Bacon in disagreement with him. It will be a stolen base for Churio, but it's a strikeout of Terang, and now there's 2 away. Haven't seen a replay of the check. We've seen a center field angle, which is kind of hard to tell from, to be honest with you. Here's Jake Bowers. The pitch. Bowers took high, and it's 1-0. Didn't look like he went from the angle we had, but again, we haven't seen a great replay angle that would give us a better look. 1 ball and no strikes on Jake. Runner at second is Churio. Chandler raises the leg, brings home the pitch, and missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes. So a couple of strikeouts for Chandler in this inning now. And the cleanup hitters at the plate in Bowers. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Bowers takes inside. It goes to 3-0 on Jake. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Stolen bases as well, brought to you by Delta Dental. Here's the 3-0 to Bowers, and a swing and a miss. Through a changeup, it's 3-1. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. 3 balls and 1 strike on Bowers. Here's the pitch. That's high, and he walked him. Again, we told you Chandler's walked 52 batters in 89 and 2/3 innings coming into this game. And he walks Bowers, an Ortho ASAP walk. When pain can't wait, walk right into Ortho ASAP. Same day access to specialists. Start healing faster at orthowisconsin.com. And now the trainer is out there with Don Kelly to check on Bubba Chandler. Well, on a day where you're trying to cover all these innings, the Pirates don't want to have to go to the bullpen in the first inning, especially after their long guy, Carmen Majewski, worked in game one. It's a very brief conversation. Bubba Chandler says he's fine, and he shoos them away. And so it would appear that whatever they were seeing with Bubba Chandler, they have been given the answers they were looking for. So here's Gary Sanchez. Runners at first and second here, but 2 outs. Sanchez hitting .221, 8 home runs, 24 driven in. Brewers in the powder blue tops and the gray pants here today. And the pitch from Chandler is a high strike at the very top of the zone with a sweeper. And it's 0-1. Pittsburgh wearing their black tops with the white pants today. 0-1 to Sanchez. There go the runners. Swing and a miss. The throw is going to be linked to third. Churio in there with a stolen base. Right behind him is Bowers into second, and the Brewers have both of those runners into scoring position now. 3 stolen bases in this inning now for the Brewers, but it's an 0-2 count on Sanchez. So can Gary come through with a big swing here in what's turning into a lengthy inning for Chandler? He has thrown 25 pitches in this first. And now he'll step off and use a disengagement. Churio at third, Bowers at second here, 2 outs. Chandler has the one he wants and brings home the pitch. Bounced that in the dirt, and I'll tell you what, Flores just saved a run. That was in the dirt in the other batter's box, and he had to slide and block that ball, and he did it perfectly. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sanchez. The 1-2. Ground ball. Slow roller. The shortstop Triolo charging it. Fields it near the second base bag and sidearms it over to first to take care of Sanchez. And the inning is over. Brewers had a threat. They had a hit and a walk. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of 1. It's the Brewers nothing and the Pirates coming up on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
People are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet. So it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University. A leader in evening and online education, Lakeland University offers flexibility designed for working adults. Earn a degree your way.
No score as we go to the bottom of the first inning in Game 2 of this doubleheader here today at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Going to have a nice crowd here for Game 2. Folks are still filing in, but a very nice crowd. We come here twice a year now. Used to come here 3 times a year, and to be honest, rarely is there a notable crowd the last decade or so in Pittsburgh, but they've got a nice crowd here today, and that makes you smile. It's a beautiful ballpark and a team that's playing pretty good baseball. Game above 500. Love to see the fans come out and support the Pirates. Shane Drowan making his 9th start of 2026. 19th overall appearance. The left-hander will face Nick Gonzalez at the top of this Pirates order, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Drowan is 4-2 with a 2.97 ERA. He's really settled into things in this Brewers rotation of late. A 1 is a little high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pat Murphy will tell you how much he likes the way he attacks. Very good in St. Louis on Monday night. 1-1, swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, but only 1 was earned. His start against Cincinnati before that, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. He has not given up more than 2 earned runs in his start until you go back to mid-June against Philadelphia. Pitch misses down and in, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was June 13th when he gave up 4 runs against the Phillies. Gonzalez hitting .310 on the year, 4 home runs, 41 driven in. And he hits one of the air to center. Racing in is Mitchell. He's going to get there in plenty of time with his sunglasses on to reach up and make the catch in shallow center for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. And that'll get Brandon Lau to the plate for Pittsburgh. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite. It's the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. I will tell you that there is a Miller Lite in the future at the conclusion of this doubleheader for me. I think Kent Sommerfeld will join me. First pitch to Brandon Lau is in there for a strike, 0-1. You're invited as well, Josh.
Good.
Kent will put ice in his. The 0-1. Swing and a miss from Lau, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
We got a quick turnaround for tomorrow again, though. Man.
Well, I didn't say 6 Miller Lights. I said 1. We're going to drink responsibly.
Yes.
No balls and 2 strikes here on Brandon Lau.
Oh, he's doing this, Booth.
The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider down and away, and that was some pretty impressive domination on 3 pitches of Brandon Lau. He was not seeing the ball very well at all in that at-bat against the lefty Shane Drowan. Ortho ASAP strikeout, 2 away for Brian Reynolds. No score, bottom of the first inning. First pitch to the switch-hitting Reynolds, a swing and a miss at that curveball. And it's 0-1. He's got the slider and the curveball down below the zone right now. And he's getting some swing and miss. Throw-in's 0-1 pitch. And that just missed with a curveball, maybe a touch low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I just about said the Brewers were out of challenges because they were out of challenges in Game 1, but they get them back for Game 2. That's how that works. The 1-1 missed outside with a changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. The little oddities you have to remind yourself during a doubleheader.
And Gary Sanchez will not be shy about using those challenges they got back.
He will use those if he thinks there's a shot. Here's the 2-1 to Reynolds. This is hit in the air to right. Lara tracking it onto the warning track. Circles around it, makes the catch on the edge of the track in the right field corner. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 inning for Shane Drowan. We head to the second inning. A 0.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I will wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Garrett Mitchell to lead things off in the top of the second inning for the Brewers. A 0-0 ball game. Brewers and Pirates here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. The first pitch from Bubba Chandler missed outside, and it's 1-0. Pirates won Game 1 7-6 earlier today. Brewers trying to even the series and get to 60 wins before the All-Star break. Pitch is in there for a strike on a changeup, and it's 1-1 on Garrett Mitchell. The Brewers would be the 21st team in Major League history to get to 60 wins before the All-Star break. This one's fouled out of play third base side, and it's 1-2. Think about that. That would be some pretty impressive company if the Brewers can accomplish that. They got to win one of these next two games in order to do so. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Mitchell. The pitch, and Chandler missed high with a fastball at 100 miles an hour. It's 2-2. Brewers made Chandler really work in that first inning. Was near 30 pitches before it was over. He faced 5 batters. Here's a chopper foul at the plate. And it'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Garrett. Brewers had second and third with 2 outs, but unable to cash in. Mitchell battling here. And a ground ball through the right side and into right field, a base hit. Mitchell, big turn at first, now puts on the brakes as Valdez get to it quickly. And it's a leadoff single for Garrett. He had a double in Game 1. He's got a solid single here to lead off Game 2. And the Brewers have their leadoff man aboard for Luis Lara. Lara 3 for 11 in his young career. Made his debut in St. Louis in the last series. Had a double in Game 1 today, his first extra base hit. Lara takes outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. We have commented a lot over the course of this first week in the big leagues for Luis Lara on his plate discipline. He has good ball strike, as they say. Pitch is up and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Lara. Brewers are getting ahead a lot in counts against Chandler. That is a dangerous way to live. And this matchup just feels like a matchup that would favor Milwaukee because they see so many pitches as a team. And Chandler walks a lot of batters. This pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. One of the Brewers' strengths would seem to be one of the weaknesses of Bubba Chandler. And it played out that way the last time the Brewers faced him last year. 2-1. Lara took another strike. Changeup, just couldn't get that swing off like he wanted to. It was a changeup that was up. He was just looking for something else and couldn't adjust to the pitch. Now he'll use his timeout and step out of the box. Good speed over at first with Garrett Mitchell. Nobody out. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count here on Lara. Chandler's pitch. That's way outside, and the count is full. It is 3-2. Been a lot of full counts from Brewers hitters so far in this game. That adds up over time. Chandler looks over his shoulder at first, where Mitchell's being held on by O'Hearn. There goes the runner. Pitch is down and in and all the way back to the backstop, and Mitchell into second with a stolen base. So the Brewers have made it very clear they're going to run today. They're going to run on Chandler and on Flores, the catcher. That is the fourth stolen base of this game, and we're in the second inning for the Crew. So it'll be a walk to Lara. Excuse me, that's not a stolen base because it was ball 4. Back up the truck on a 3-2 count. I got confused by Mitchell running. So 3 stolen bases.
Your point was a good one.
I mean, they were going to run on that pitch probably anyway. Here's Cooper Pratt in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I mean, if Flores catches that ball and Mitchell overslides the bag, watch out.
And New York City gets involved.
Yeah. 0-1 here on Pratt, who had a good day earlier in game 1. Spin and a throw to second by Chandler, and back in time is Mitchell. No balls in 1 strike the pitch, and Pratt, a bouncer to short. Triolo has it, flips it out of the glove to second for one, on to first in time. A nifty double play turned by the Pirates. It goes Triolo to Lau, and then on to O'Hearn. But Triolo didn't have much time to make that turn because that ball wasn't hit that hard, and he had to charge it. He was in front of the second base bag, so he flipped it straight out of his glove to Lau, who made a nice turn. Mitchell goes to third, but he's there with 2 outs now, and Joey Ortiz is the batter for the Brewers. It's a big double play turned by the Pirates there. First pitch, and Joey took a strike on the outside edge with a fastball at 99. It's 0-1. Also helps Chandler as well, who's been laboring so far, falling behind in a lot of counts. 0-1 is fouled out of play. Back behind home plate and in the second deck just to the right of us and down below us. He's ahead of Ortiz here. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the second inning. No score. Brewers and Pirates. 0-2 pitch. That's high, and it's 1-2. He's bringing the heat. Most of these fastballs are in that 99 to 100 mile an hour range from Bubba Chandler so far here today. He is up over 40 pitches, though. This one will be number 44. 1-2, and a fly ball into center. It's going to carry out. Cook back into his right a couple of steps and is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Well, a promising start to the inning, unfortunately, is negated by a double play ball.
What a moment for Sean Keys, his first major league home run, and it gives the Blue Jays a 5-0 lead.
Night is over for Taj Bradley as he sets a season high and ties a career high with 11 strikeouts here tonight. 5 innings, 1 run.
Mickey has had one kind of evening. Over in his first at bat, a double in his second at bat, and then a huge triple that got the Rockies back in the game.
3 home runs today for Dansby Swanson. 7 home runs today for the Cubs. Have fun, Wrigley Field. Enjoy it. It's 22-3.
Junior Caminero not wasting any time at all to extend that streak of home runs.
It's getting a little bit ridiculous for Junior Caminero.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Vita Auto Depression, say hello to Z-Bart. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Brewers and Pirates in game 2 of this doubleheader. Ace Merlin Valdez will lead things off for the Pirates. First pitch to him is in there for a strike from Drowan. It's 0-1. Had a big game 1. He's the reason the Pirates won game 1. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 6 driven in, including, of course, a grand slam. Before the first pitch or after the final out, give your ride an all-star clean at Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. 0-1, swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 on Valdez. Hitting .314, 9 home runs, 24 driven in. He has been a pleasant surprise for Don Kelly's bunch. 0-2 pitch. That missed high with a fastball at 95, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game number 95 here today for the Brewers. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a slider. That is the second strikeout for Drowan so far today. Ortho ASAP strikeout. And there's one away for Ryan O'Hearn. Tomorrow will be number 96, and then the All-Star break. It'll be well-earned for the Brewers and for every team. Get 4 days off for most of the teams to relax. Here's a fly ball off the bat of O'Hearn into left center, and shallow left center. Racing in is Churio. He's there to make the catch and call everybody off in the process. 2 away now for Marcelo Zuna. Now the boys of summer grinding their way through another pennant chase. Enjoy every inning with baseball's favorite comfort food. That's Usinger sausage. Nothing beats a 1-2-3 ninth inning save, and nothing saves a tailgate party like an extra pack of Usingers. Don't get caught short. Here's the former Brave, Cardinal, Marlin, Marcelo Zuna. First pitch in there for a strike from Drowan. It's 0-1. Teammate of Christian Yelich's with the Marlins back in the day. 0-1. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He is the reason Sandy Alcantara is a Marlin. That was part of that Cardinals-Marlins trade all those years ago. Ozuna takes a big swing as he steps out of the box and uses his timeout. Now climbs back in there. No balls and 2 strikes on him. Drowan brings home the pitch and a fly ball into center field. This is very playable for Mitchell. In and to his right. There to make the catch, and the inning is over. It's been 6 up and 6 down against Drowan here in...
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
These are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Here's Eldridge. Boomed a double to deep left center field off the wall. That one out towards right center field and deep. Eldridge on July 4th into the second deck. 458. 6-3 Giants. And just a monster home run.
Holy spectacle. Foot down early, high, let it fly, and he knew it. That's a big man hit it.
Woo, boy.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
No score as we head to the third inning here in Pittsburgh, and stepping into the play-by-play, here's Josh Maurer.
Thank you, Lane. Brewers lost earlier in a heartbreaker 7-6 to begin the doubleheader. Then we had only about an hour in between games, so not a lot of time to lick your wounds. Just get back out there and try to split it. Top of the order against the rookie Bubba Chandler. Christian Yelich takes one down the middle for a strike. Brewers had a 6-3 lead in game one. And then at the bottom of the seventh, Esmeralyn Valdez hit a grand slam and beat the Brewers. But one pitch is fouled late, wickedly into the netting up top the third base Pirates dugout. That's why you got the netting there. Thank goodness. 0-2. Christian struck out to begin the game. It's the only one for Bubba Chandler. Nope, sorry, he got another. Pitches upstairs. He later struck out Bryce Terang, though we thought he shouldn't have. We thought it was a walk that the third base umpire called a swinging strike on appeal. Brewers have had 4 base runners already, but no runs yet. Chandler ready for the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Yelich, and that's now 2 times he's gotten him. That'll bring up Chourio and then Terang. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going across town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Jackson singled, stole 2 bases, but got stranded at third in the first. He fouls one back. I think the really frustrating part about game one wasn't so much the grand slam that beat them. It was the fact they had the bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th, and then a double play ended the game. A 1 pitch high, and it's 1-1. That was 100 miles an hour. The one thing about this Brewers team that astonishes me time and again is that they always give themselves a chance to win the game late. They're never, it feels like, beaten soundly. 1-1 pitch outside corner from Chandler to Chourio, 1-2.
It is kind of a cornerstone part of their identity as a team. They don't go away.
And you had Gregory Soto. Now, he's not the best closer in the league, but he's got good stuff. He came in with that 1-run lead in the 9th, and Yelich singled. Terang had a great walk. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Chandler. And there are 2 away in the third in a 0-0 game with Bryce Terang coming up to the plate. Anyway, he ended up with the bases loaded, 1 out, and Pat Murphy decided he was going to pinch hit Andrew Vaughn for Jake Bauers. Vaughn, that's a great option against the lefty. Just hit into a double play. Swing and a miss by Terang on a changeup. Bryce struck out on that check swing I was mentioning back in the first. He was so sure he had walked the 0-1 pitch is outside that he was removing his batting armor and was walking to first base. And then all of a sudden there was an appeal, and the third base umpire said he swung at the pitch. Now Chandler trying to strike out the side in order. 1-1. From Bubba, here it comes. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. 102 on the radar gun. 1-2 from Roy Ruben Chandler. Yep, that's his real name. Everybody calls him Bubba.
Do you know why?
No, actually. I'd like to. See if Terang can extend the at-bat and give you a chance to tell us. 1-2 pitch. He did. He fouled it out of play.
When he was younger, he was still kind of developing his speech a little bit, and so he had a hard time saying his R's. So when he would say the word brother, it would sound like brother, and his sisters would joke around with him about it, and it kind of morphed into Bubba.
Pitch outside, 2-2, 101 miles an hour. He doesn't throw like a Bubba.
Maybe. I got Bubba's throwing hard.
Think so?
Yeah.
I got Bubba's being the left tackle.
Well, that too, but they could probably throw hard.
2-2. Flight into left. Play for Brian Reynolds. Hardly has to move and waiting. Medium depth. Makes the catch. That's the first perfect inning for Roy Ruben. Bubba Chandler. We go to the bottom of the third. Scoreless on the Brewers.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction. So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The third inning is brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. You cheer on the hometown team, so bank at your hometown bank. Visit tcnb.com to open your account today.
Shane Drowan has retired the first 6 Pittsburgh Pirates that he's faced. First ever start against them in his career. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 in Don Kelly's order, beginning with the rookie catcher Rafael Flores Jr. Right-handed hitter, just called up this week. And he takes inside corner. Perfectly placed 94-mile-an-hour fastball for strike one on Flores. He is 3 for 7 in the big leagues this year with a homer and 2 walks. He's been good since getting called up. And he lines one into left. Very shallow. Out goes the shortstop Pratt. Long way to go. He won't get there. And it's a base hit. Chourio didn't call off Pratt. Chourio was kind of jogging after it. It was probably a ball that could have been caught, but wasn't. And that's how the Pirates get their first base runner of the game. Pratt went 30 steps into left. And I'm not sure Jackson could have gotten there. I'm watching a replay. Just well placed by Flores. And here's Jared Triolo with nobody out. Pirates try to take the lead. Pitch to Triolo is inside, ball 1. Flores is up because Pirates' best catcher of late is on the injured list. Andy Rodriguez got hurt. The 1-0. Flied into right, playable. In comes Luis Lara a few steps. Now waiting for it. Very shallow fly ball, and Luis squeezes with 2 hands. There's the first out. Flores goes back to first. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. 1 on, 1 out for Billy Cook. Gets the start in center field for this one with Jake Mangum getting the game off. And he takes way outside from Drowan to ball 1. Cook this season hitting only $161. He is 5 for 31 in the big leagues. No homers nor runs batted in. Former Orioles draft pick 0 for 3 this year against the Brewers is Cook. And the 1-0. Flied into right again. Playable for Lara again. Hardly has to move again. Medium depth again. Makes the catch again. And there are 2 outs.
Say that again.
I will. I'd like to, actually.
Yeah, that would be great.
Let's get a safe driving tip from Schneider and their professional truck drivers. They remind you that you should save the tailgating for the parking lot before the game. On the road, keep a safe following distance to avoid accidents. So you had the leadoff bloop hit. But then 2 flyouts to right, and now Nick Gonzalez for a second time. Batting against Drowan. First pitch, swing and a miss at a cutter. He flew to center to begin the outing for Drowan, who's trying to go 3 scoreless here at the outset. Keep the game scoreless. Potawatomi Casino Hotel has major wins on deck. Play with your rewards card for a shot at cash, reward play, and new Toyotas. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. The 1 pitch, swing and a miss again at a cutter. Keep throwing that. 0-2 on Gonzalez. One of the best batting average guys in the National League this season. 3rd in the NL coming into the day. Over 300 for Nick Gonzalez. He's always seemed to swing it pretty well against the Brewers. Former top 10 draft choice. Notice that on draft day. 0-2 pitches down low on a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you missed it earlier, the White Sox had the number 1 pick today, day 1 of the MLB draft, and they took Rock Chalowski, the shortstop from UCLA, to go be a Southsider. 1-2, runner at first, still Flores in the pitch. Ground ball hit softly towards third. Ortiz cuts in front of Pratt, and he'll gobble it up and throw across in time to get Gonzalez. That'll retire the side. A single, a soft one, and nothing further against Drowan. We go to the 4th, 0-0 on the Brewers.
2 outs, 2 strikes on Reggie, and you've got to know he's going to get the super sinker. The set, here it comes. The sinker swung on and missed. Reggie is fuming and Dale Ford. Reggie's been ejected. Reggie Jackson has been thrown out of the game. And now Reggie comes back. He's got a bucket of ice, and he's spreading it all over the AstroTurf. He can't believe it.
And the bases are loaded yet again for James Wood this time. 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and a ground out, and a chance to open this thing up here in the 5th. They go back up there, and it's hammered. Out to center field for Wood. Way back, and a grand slam. 446 feet out to near straightaway center field for James Wood.
Elevate to celebrate. They try to go back-to-back heaters against him.
What are you doing going back up there?
No, Dan, we love that. We love to watch it.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on, and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
Fourth inning, Brewers trying to break through against Bubba Chandler with Bowers, Sanchez, and Mitchell in a scoreless game. Thus far, Chandler has given up those 4 base runners, only 1 for Shane Drowan, but nobody's got a run. Bowers walked and stole a base in the first inning. He has had a great road trip, and he takes outside ball 1. Jake now has homered 3 times. He's got 6 extra base hits on this marathon trip. Brewers trying to avoid losing a series here in Pittsburgh by getting swept in a doubleheader. The 1-0 pitch is down the middle for a strike at 100 miles an hour. Last time the Brewers were swept in a doubleheader at Chicago last August. Hadn't happened this year, their first couple. Tapper hit foul on a slider, and it's 1-2. Chandler's thrown a lot more strikes these last couple of innings.
Yeah, it feels like he's settled in a little bit, which you hope is not the case.
His last 2 starts before today were not good. Against the Phillies and then the Nationals, he gave up 9 runs in 10 innings total. 3 scoreless today. The 1-2 is in the dirt with a slider to Jake. Carbless, proud partner of the Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktail, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local retailer. Carbless, less is more. Leading off the 4th is Bowers. Chandler okays the sign in the 2-2. Outside corner with a backdoor slider got him looking, and he struck out 3 of the 4 batters thus far the second time through the lineup. Yelich, Chourio, and Jake all on Ks. This is why he was considered one of the biggest prospects in baseball when he got called up last year. This kind of stuff, and now he is locating it. Gary Sanchez had the biggest at bat of the game thus far in the first. Grounded out with runners at second and third. Then he takes a ball high here from Bubba Chandler. Former third-round pick out of high school in the state of Georgia. Misses low, and it's 2-0 on Gary. Told you about the draft earlier. You missed the news. The Brewers' first-round pick, 25th overall. They took another Ebel brother from high school in California, Trey Ebel. 2-0. Low, and it's 3-0 on Sanchez. Trey is a year younger than his brother Brady, who the Brewers picked as a comp pick last year. And their dad, the Dodgers' third base coach, Dino. 3-0 coming. Inside, he walked him. There you go. Back to a little erratic command goes Bubba Chandler, and Gary Sanchez gets first base. That's the third walk issued by Chandler. Presented by Ortho ASAP. 1-on-1 out for Mitchell.
Josh, think of how much catch those two have played together in their lives and how much they're going to continue to play now in the same organization. A year apart.
It's fun to think about, actually. Yeah. It's a really cool story. Garrett singled his first time. He takes one low, so that's 5 in a row that Chandler has missed with. Scoreless in the fourth. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Still finishing up that second round of the draft, and the Brewers are on the clock at pick 66 as we speak. 1-0. Garrett takes outside, but challenged by the catcher Flores.
Catcher's challenging the call of ball.
And he's going to win it. That was a strike at the knees, so it'll be 1-1. Good challenge by Rafael Flores Jr. Crowd's going to get the news right now.
Calls overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 challenges remaining.
There's Malachi Moore. All ABS challenges brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So 1-1 instead of 2-0. 1 out in the pitch. Low for sure. 2-1. Garrett was a first-round pick, you may remember. Out of UCLA back in 2020, 20th overall. 2-1. Low, and it's 3-1. And you think about it, the guys that go in that first round, you're thinking you're taking a big leaguer for sure. Those are those guys that got picked earlier today in day 1 of the draft. Those are the ones you think, all right, we can't miss with this. Big-time prospects. 3-1 coming. Chopped very softly to first. Easy play here for Ryan O'Hearn. He'll decide not to throw to second and just tag out Mitchell, which helps out the Brewers. They get a runner in the scoring position now with 2 away on a 3 unassisted. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Game 2 of the doubleheader is scoreless. Luis Lara tries to change that with Sanchez at second and 2 out in the 4th inning. Bubba Chandler's pitch is right in there at the knees for a strike. Josh Mauer and Lane Grindle. The pick is in, Lane. It's Sawyer Stroh-Snyder from TCU, an outfielder for the Brewers. Sawyer Stroh-Snyder with great alliteration in his name. 0-1 to Lara inside, and it's 1-1. 100 miles an hour.
We can't 100% confirm that's the pronunciation either.
Strohsnide.
I mean, I think you have it right.
1-1 to Lara. Fouled on the third base side, well up into the seats, 1-2. Lara walked his first time, but Chandler, if he gets him here, will strand his 4th base runner of the game on. Earlier got a big double play. Welcome to the crew, Sawyer. 1-2 pitch. Popped fouled into the seats. Luis says we've seen here in his first now 4 major league starts, very good command of the strike zone. Doesn't chase very much. He's able to spoil pitches, extend at bats. Sees a lot of pitches. 1-2 here against the hard-throwing Chandler. Right-hander sets and he deals. Outside. Good take. And it's 2-2 on a sweeper that tried to come through that back door, just didn't quite get there. On deck, Cooper Pratt. Chandler set right above his belt. Now he is ready. The 2-2 inside, and that was close, but taking a 101-mile-an-hour miss. Ooh, full count.
Who does he think he is, Miz?
He's been bringing the velo here today, has Bubba. He's already almost at 80 pitches. This will be number 79. Number 80 here, I beg your pardon. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out on a slider down at his feet. Finally chased him. Man, I think in 4 games, that's the first time we've seen him really chase out of the zone. And that strands the runner at second base. So 2 more strikeouts. Chandler with 6 in 4 scoreless innings. Go to the bottom of the 4th, no score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Whether you're new to the trucking industry or looking for a change from your current driving job, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Need a CDL? Take advantage of our company-paid training and tuition reimbursement programs. Ready to advance your driving career? Check out Schneider's wide variety of driving job options that fit both your current needs and your goals for the future. Start or grow your trucking.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi
How
card?
about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Homered in the first, his 3rd leadoff home run in the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! A majestic blast! Ohtani drops jaws everywhere! And it's 4-0 Dodgers!
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 400
long. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Shane Drowan back to work in this scoreless game. Dangerous portion of the Pirates order. Lau, Reynolds, and Valdez coming to the plate. Retired veterans. You can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Brendan Lau struck out in the first. Drowan's only given up 1 base runner thus far, and it was a bloop single. First pitch is chopped foul by Lau up the first baseline. That rhymed.
You're on a roll today.
When you're on the air for 5 hours, you got plenty of time to get into a rhythm.
You're on it.
Brewers trying to split the doubleheader. Here's a swing and a miss by Lau. It's 0-2. A little bit more on Sawyer Strohsnyder, by the way. Brewers got him, I mentioned, at number 66 in the draft, late 2nd round. He was ranked by MLB Pipeline number 22. By Baseball America, number 13. That's good value, it sounds like. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss again by Lau. He has been dazzled by those breaking balls from Shane Drowan. Struck him out twice. Ortho ASAP here. 3rd of the outing for Shane.
A very novice view of that would tell me that he had a little bit bigger number than some teams wanted to go to, but the Brewers, because they traded away, remember a comp pick in that Durbin trade.
Brian Reynolds takes the strike.
They have a little bit of extra money to spend on fewer picks.
That's a good point.
So they probably feel like they can be aggressive and give him what he's asking for.
Reynolds flew to pretty deep right his first time. Takes the ball here 1-1.
And Todd Johnson's not listening to us right now, nor is Matt Arnold, but they might have heard that and gone, that's not right at all, eh? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, you get that pot of money that you spend on your total draft class, and you choose how you cut it up. Pitch inside corner with a sinker. Drowan has been attacking the strike zone. 1-2 on Reynolds. Brian Reynolds this season against the Brewers, by the way, is 1 for 12 after that first inning flyout. I'll knock on wood as I say that. Pirates have gone 3-1 against the Brewers thus far this season after that comeback win earlier today. Brewers and Pirates scoreless. 1-2 pitch is high. A fastball to the arm side. 2-2. Drive around the league brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. It's been a banner day for the White Sox. Told you they had the first overall pick. Time called here before the 2-2. Sanchez and Drowan, the battery not on the same page, so Gary will go with a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Brock Jalowski, a new member of the White Sox organization. They won a game today already. And they're in first place in the AL Central at the moment. They shut out the A's 1-0. It's been a terrific season for Will Venable's White Sox, who are in first place, as I mentioned. They just got Munetaka Murakami back off the injured list yesterday. Meanwhile, the A's have now lost 8 in a row.
They're reeling, and they just put Kurtz and Geloff on the injured list.
Now on the same page, 2-2 fouled on the ground wide of third by Reynolds, and we'll do it again. Sometimes baseball, and particularly scheduling, it means so much, but you can't control it. The schedule's made a year in advance, but the Brewers played the A's when they had all those guys there in Vegas, and they were red hot.
And Geloff had that long hitting streak going. Soderstrom had the on-base streak. Kurtz is so good.
Kurtz, an MVP candidate, and now they can't beat anybody, and half those guys are out. If you'd played them a month later, probably would have been a different story out there in Vegas.
And the environment played into that, too.
1-2 grounded wide of first, fair. And bound into the right field corner for Brian Reynolds. Played off the sidewall by Lara. And into second base, standing up is Reynolds with an opposite field double that he poked just over the first base bag and fair, and Bowers had no chance to get to it. That is a great piece of hitting. You want to show that to youngsters learning how to hit. That was textbook what you do with a sinker out away from it. Put that on the Tom Amansky video. What are you going to do if you're Drowan? You made a pitch. Runner at second, though, with 1 out, and now you got to deal with Ace Merlin Valdez. First pitch, yanked on the ground, foul. Wide of third. It's 0-1. Got to be careful with this guy. We know that from game 1 of today's doubleheader when he had 2 home runs, including the game-winning grand slam. His first ever game against Milwaukee. 22-year-old. The 0-1. Down low from Drowan on a cutter, 1-1. We're scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Red Sox have taken a 2-0 lead at Citi Field against the scuffling Mets. That's in the bottom of the 4th. Drowan looks back at second. Reynolds leads. The 1-1. Driven to deep left. If it's fair, it's gone. It's hooking towards the pole. It is fair. Gone again. And it's Merlin Valdez has hit 3 homers on the day to single-handedly carry the Pirates offense. A high towering fly just inside the pole and left makes it 2-0 Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 4th. And that was another good pitch. That was the slider down and in, and he whipped the bat through and turned it around. Unbelievable. Valdez, this is only his 27th Major League game. That's his 10th home run. And if it keeps going at this pace, he's going to be in the Rookie of the Year conversation before too long. 1 out, base is clear. Pirates have led 2-0 in each game today. And now here is O'Hearn taking a strike. Brewers have trailed 2-0 or more in 5 of the 7 games this week. So they've been playing from behind, and a lot of them, they come back.
And we have been talking about this Pirates bullpen, too, Josh. It is susceptible, and after Majinski went as long as he did in game 1, even more susceptible today.
O'Hearn took another strike, so it's 0-2. Now he fouls one off on a slider. Very slowly down the third baseline. We'll do it again, 0-2.
So Brewers are going to have their opportunities in this one. Still just down 2-0. No reason to panic, but hope Drowan can take care of the rest of this inning and keep it at 2-0.
O'Hearn hitless in the doubleheader. He flew to left back 2 innings ago. 1 out, bases clear in the 0-2. Lined in a left. Chourio is right there. Hardly has to move. In a few steps, and he reaches to the side and snags it. So there's the bounce back from Shane, and that's out number 2 for Marcell Ozuna. The Red Sox, I told you, up 2-0. Boston has won 7 in a row coming into that game. And Andrew Monasterio hit a 2-run home run against his old teammate Freddie Peralta to give him that lead today at Citi Field. Ozuna takes low ball 1. The Red Sox yesterday had travel issues getting to New York City. They didn't even get to Citi Field until like an hour and a half before the game was going to start. And they won. Now here's the tapper foul hit by Ozuna to the backstop, 1-1. So Boston trying to win their 8th straight. Don't write the obituary on that season just quite yet. 2-0 Pirates thanks to Esmeralyn Valdez. Here's a strike, and it's 1-2, but challenged by Ozuna.
Batter's challenging and call a strike.
It was outside, so he'll win it.
Calls overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 challenges remaining.
They won a couple of those. ABS presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hitters count. Drawn with a 2-1. Yanked foul. Got out in front and pulls it into the extended netting down the left field line. Does veteran Marcell Ozuna. Flew to center his first time. It's 2-2. Marlins trailing the Guardians 2-0 at home. That game's in the 4th. Cleveland gave Miami a rare loss last night to start that series. 2-2. Ground ball to first base, hit the opposite way, right into the breadbasket of Jake Bauers. He'll take it himself in time to retire Ozuna and the side. But pitch to Esmeralyn Valdez at your own peril today. He's hit his 3rd.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
These are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
2-0 Pirates. Cooper Pratt's going to lead off against Bubba Chandler. That home run by Valdez, the difference in this game at this point. Brewers have been, as I said, continuously coming from these early deficits. It feels like every time they make it up. They don't always win, but they at least get back even or take a lead. And so let's get it done in the 5th here, Lane Grindle.
Well, we'll see what Cooper Pratt can do. Cooper grounded into that double play ball back in the 2nd inning. That, to this point in the game, has
to this point in the game has loomed large. First pitch, he squares to bunt, pulls the bat back and takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Cooper had a very good game one earlier today, 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. 0 for 1 so far in this game. Chandler's pitch swung on and fouled back into the net. And it's quickly 0-2 on Cooper. Chandler's been more of a strike thrower. He did walk Sanchez in that 4th inning, but feels like he's settled into this game. The pitch count is climbing, though. That's the thing to keep an eye on. He's at 82 pitches as he begins work, basically, here in this 5th. So the Brewers going to get into this Pirates bullpen tonight. 0-2 pitch is down and away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Missed with a slider. Tried to get Pratt to chase it, actually. And Cooper didn't go out there. Brandon Eisert is getting loose in the Pittsburgh bullpen. The pitch is a slow chopper to short. Charging it is Triolo. Plays it on the forehand and throws to first in time to retire Pratt for the first out of this 5th inning. 1 away for Joey Ortiz. Time for a vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Quiet in the Brewers bullpen. Throwing's been good, just the one mistake, and if you could call it that, to Valdez. Pitch is in there for a strike on Joey Ortiz, and it's 0-1. Goes back to the top of the order, and Christian Yelich, who stands in the on-deck circle following Ortiz. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Brewers get 2 in on a 2-run double from Bryce Terang, and we are tied at 2. Ortiz was at third, so he could just jog home. Reynolds got back there in the corner and leapt at the wall, and he did not catch it. It hit off the very top of the wall and bounded back in toward left. $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. And Bryce Terang, with his 23rd double of the year, has tied this game, and that's going to be it for Bubba Chandler. A 2-2 ball game. Chandler exits, and Eisert's going to come into this game for Pittsburgh. It's a North Shore adult diaper pitching change. Sometimes you need a change. When control problems get out of hand, when accidents start to pile up, go to NorthShore.com. Eisert's coming in. We'll tell you about him after this on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people, and they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
Left-hander Brandon Eisert takes over on the mound for the Pirates, recently acquired from the White Sox. And it'll be Jake Bowers at the plate. A 2-2 ball game. Bryce Terang is hit second after the 2-run double. And Bowers rips one down the right field line, but foul and out of play. And it's 0-1. He got a fastball at 89, middle, and he was out in front of it. A little different seeing Eisert from the left side at 89 after seeing 101 from the right side with Chandler, who is still responsible for Terang at second base. Eisert's 0-1 pitch is down to the dirt with a slider. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. His last outing with the White Sox
came on the 7th. Went an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 4 runs allowed, 2 walks, and threw 37 pitches. That was his last outing in the big leagues for Eisert. This Pirates team, they are in major need of bullpen arms. Here's the 1-1. Bowers pops it up, foul, third base side. It'll find the seats, and it's 1-2. Brewers have tied it on a 2-run double from Bryce Terang, his 57th and 58th RBIs of the season. And now their top RBI man, Jake Bowers, trying to give them the lead with a runner in scoring position here. One-two pitch. Bowers took down and away with a slider in. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So after the 2-run home run from Valdez in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Brewers answer right back like they so often do. 2-2 pitch. Bowers took down and away. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes, and you love this matchup for Gary Sanchez if Bowers can reach. Sanchez awaits in the on-deck circle. Eisert looks in. Here's the 3-2 to Bowers. Down and away, he walked him. So the Brewers now have first and second with 2 away, and Sanchez strolling to the plate. An ortho ASAP walk drawn by Jake Bowers, his second walk of this game. Sanchez walked in his last at-bat back in the 4th. I told you that Eisert walked 2 in his last outing. That came against Boston again back on July the 7th. Pitch to Sanchez is down and in with a changeup, and it's 1-0. Eisert struggling a little bit with the strike zone early on in this outing. First and second, nobody out here, top of the 5th inning. Eisert's pitch to Sanchez is inside, and it's 2-0. Sanchez with 8 home runs on the year in a part-time role. Big-time power. Awaits the 2-0 from Eisert. Here it comes. And a miss down and in. He's gone 3-0 on Sanchez. And he's another pitch out of the zone away from loading the bases. With Garrett Mitchell in the on-deck circle. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And he took a strike at the knees. Gary's going to challenge it.
Batter is challenging and call a strike.
And this is a strike. Gary's not shy about challenging, I'll tell you that much. It's going to stay a strike.
Calls confirmed. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
So Gary gets back in the box here. First and second, 3 balls and 1 strike to count here. Eisert kicks and delivers, and Gary took down and in. He'll draw the walk anyway, and the bases are loaded. Another ortho ASAP walk. Garrett Mitchell strolls to the plate here for Milwaukee. And there is action again in that Pittsburgh bullpen out there. We are kind of blocked, so it's hard for us to see who it is that's getting loose. But we're going to get a mound visit here. And the Pirates are going to try to talk some things over. That is, I believe, Johan Ramirez, who the Brewers have some history with, out there in the bullpen getting loose. As Bill Murphy, the pitching coach, is out there now to chat with Eisert. These two haven't worked together much. Eisert just joined the club and was just activated before this game. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook with wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. So the mound visit is over. Garrett Mitchell strolling the plate. He's the 8th batter of this inning. The Brewers have 2 runs in, but again, the bases are loaded with 2 outs here. And Garrett, who's been swinging it well against lefties of late, has a hit here today.
and has 2 hits for the entire day, is at the plate. First pitch to him, and he took a strike on the outside edge. That was a slider that looked like it might have been a little bit wide. It did. It caught the very low outside corner. Very good pitch from Isert to start up Mitchell. The 0-1. Down and away, and a good sliding block by Flores behind the plate. He can really block the baseball. We've seen him save some runs a couple of times over the course of this game already here today. 1 ball and 1 strike on Garrett. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to Isert. He will backhand it, flip it to first, and take care of Mitchell, and the inning is over. But the Brewers get it tied on the 2-run double from Bryce Terang. We go to the bottom of the 5th, a 2-2 ball game on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hey fans, it's the freebie in the 5th, sponsored by EAA Air Venture Oshkosh. Be the 25th caller right now at 855-616-1620 for your chance to win 2 tickets and a parking pass to EAA Air Venture Oshkosh. Taking place July 20th through the 26th in Oshkosh. Enjoy the world's greatest aviation celebration. See the schedule of attractions at EAA.org/tickets. Be the 25th caller right now at 855-616-1620 to win. Freebie in the 5th, sponsored by EAA Air Venture.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot, and so are the summer temps. Now's the perfect time to step up your comfort game with the new Carrier Home Comfort System to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about Wisconsin Focus on Energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at Carrier.com.
Growing up in our house, Dad spent a lot of time talking about customers. After a big storm, he'd drop everything and take calls late into the evening. And if he told someone we would be there in the morning, we were there. Loyal Family Renovations is not some out-of-town company chasing storms. We're family-owned with our own crews who understand insurance. If your home has storm damage or roof issues, call Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. We treat each client like family and each home as if it were our own. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Get ready, Milwaukee baseball is here.
Major League Baseball has been put on notice.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-2 ball game. Brewers and the Pirates, game 2 of this doubleheader here today. They'll finish up the series tomorrow afternoon in Pittsburgh. It'll be morning when the game first pitches back home tomorrow. Shane Drowan back out there for the bottom of the 5th inning. Rafael Flores Jr. to lead things off for the Pirates. First offering to Flores. He is on the inside edge for a strike, and it's 0-1. Got to give some credit where it is due. Our good friend Joe Klimchak, who is the on-field host here in Pittsburgh. And they'll appeal to first. He went. Says Alfonso Marquez. It's going to cost Flores a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. We like to refer to him as Joe Leaner. He caught a foul ball last half inning. I missed it. But I've been informed he indeed did catch a foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes on Flores. The pitch. And he missed a little low with a curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I just offer that he caught a foul ball, and I'll leave it at that, Josh.
That's the word that I have.
1-2 pitch. Fly ball center field, pushing back Mitchell. He's got room. Back pedals to the edge of the warning track. Makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
I was visiting with our friends Jeff Levering and Tim Dillard, and they had visual proof of Joe's catch.
They have visual proof of your non-catch in Arizona. That was this road trip, by the way.
It was a week ago.
You broke your hand, had a cast, and it's healed by now. Here's Jared Triolo. Throwan brings home the first pitch and missed inside 1-0. I kid. I couldn't catch it.
No, it was only a splint. It wasn't a cast.
Right. I will tell a story about that. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball, sharply hit off the foot of Drowan. kicks out to Terang, who fields it and throws to first in time. 1-4-3, it'll go in your scorebook. And there's 2 away now for Billy Cook. When that happened, we were joking around, but then your thumb was hurting a little bit, and I get that because I've had a foul ball come into the booth and get a piece of me before. It hurts. Those things come in a little hotter than you realize. And so I went and got you some ice. But I said, do you need to go see the trainer? And you said, I will walk to the other side of town to an urgent care before I'll let one of the team trainers look at me. Billy Cook is the batter, takes inside, 1-0. And not because you wouldn't trust them to do a great job, it's because you didn't want to have them know what had happened.
You want to talk about never hearing the end of something?
It's a good choice by you. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Kent will be in the gym at the hotel, and if he's got like an ankle hurting him, he'll go find the trainers and tell them all about it. 1 ball and 1 strike on Billy Cook. The pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on here. Bottom of the 5th. Drowan trying to have a shutdown inning after the Brewers got it tied in the top half of this inning. Cook will use his timeout. Heading out of the 9 spot here today for Pittsburgh. Drowan brings home the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Climbed the ladder with a fastball at 94. And Drowan works a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. It's a 2-2 ball game on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try the new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local stores for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin operating engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join the team of Wisconsin operating engineers today at join139.com.
How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Yohan Ramirez will take over on the mound for Pittsburgh. It is a North Shore adult diaper pitching change. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. Yohan's had some control problems against the Brewers in the past. Some painful ones, in fact. That's all behind us now. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run, and our contestant is Carol Lawson from South Milwaukee. Carol won a gift card jackpot of $800 if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Luis Lara will lead off against him. A 2-2 ball game, and Lara takes inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Lara, who is 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. Brewers got it tied on a 2-run double from Terang in the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Remember, in 24, the Brewers saw Yohan Ramirez for approximately 11 different teams that year. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lara. The pitch. And that missed with a curveball up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And he only started about 3 benches clearing incidents.
Yeah. 2, for sure. In New York, Baltimore. And I know they saw him with another team that year. 2-1. is a chopper to first. Backing up on it is O'Hearn. He flips to Ramirez, covering in time to take care of Lara. And there's one away. Brewers faced him plenty of times. They've seen him a lot since he's been with Pittsburgh as well. In 24 alone, he was with New York to start the year, Baltimore, then the Dodgers, and then Boston. He was with 4 different teams in 24 as Cooper Pratt is the batter. First pitch is a breaking ball that missed inside, and it's 1-0. And I know he faced the Brewers with the Mets and Baltimore. Pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. I think that was, no, then he faced him with the Dodgers later in the year, too. So 3 of the 4 teams he saw the Brewers with over the course of that year in 24. He did not clear the benches when he was with the Dodgers. 1-1. This is a fly ball to center, right in the tracks of the center fielder Cook. Barely has to move. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll get Joey Ortiz to the plate here with 2 outs. Award-winning Pine River cheese spread, Cedar Crust ice cream, and frozen custard, and of course Usinger sausage. Those are 3 Wisconsin originals, 3 summertime favorites. If you live in Wisconsin, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, you should try to move to Wisconsin. Once you've tasted the best, forget the rest. So here's Ortiz, who had that infield single back in the 5th that started up that rally for the Brewers. Takes a first pitch strike from Ramirez on a sweeper, and it's 0-1. Tied at 2 here as we go to the 6th inning. Brewers trying to split this doubleheader with the Pirates here today. The pitch is a little low with a sinking fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mainly overcast all day long. The sun has poked through a few different times. Seen a lot of boats on the river. Certainly a decent day to be on the river, but 1-1. Is a fly ball left center field. Racing back is Reynolds. Still back onto the track, and it is off the top of the wall and bounces back into play. Ortiz will put the brakes on at second. He hit that ball as far as you can hit it in this ballpark, and it stay in the ballpark. It was hit out towards the notch, which is 410. It hit just to the right of that on the top of the bullpen wall and then came back into play. It's the 8th double of the year for Joey Ortiz. He was that close to giving the Brewers the lead. Goodness. You can't hit a ball much further than that and have it stay in the ballpark. It hit right on the very top, and so often when it hits on the top of the padding, it goes on out. But this one had that backspin and came back into play. So here's Yelich. $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westbin, the silver lining. Yelich takes a strike on the inside edge, and it's 0-1. That is some tough luck for Joey Ortiz. Almost had home run number 4 on the season. No balls in 1 strike. The pitch. Way inside. Almost hit Yelich. I think it did. It clipped him on the foot. So Yelich is hit by the pitch, and that'll get Churio to the plate. The Pirates will hold things up just to see if they want to challenge it. But it sounded like it got a piece of his foot. And there will be no challenge from Pittsburgh. So hit batters brought to you by Habish, and Rotier. Being hit at the plate or in a car can be a serious matter. Habish, and Rotier. Wisconsin strong for 95 years. 13 statewide locations. Habish, and Rotier. National reputation, hometown service. So here's Churio, 1 for 3 today. First pitch to him is a backup sweeper, and it missed inside. It's 1-0. First and second for the Crew with 2 outs here. Churio 0 for 2 against Ramirez in his career. Swing and a miss at a sweeper off the plate away, and it's 1-1. He is grounded out and he is flied out against him so far in his career. Righty versus righty matchup, of course. Brewers and Pirates tied at 2 here in the top of the 6th. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chased another sweeper off the plate away, and it's 1-2. So Jackson behind in the count here. Brewers have had a lot of opportunities in this game. One-two pitch. Missed down and in with a sinker at 98. And the count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ortiz had the 2-out double. Yelich was hit by the pitch. And Churio trying to battle. 2-2 pitch. Got a piece of that sweeper and fouled it back behind home plate, and he stays alive. Trying to grind out this at bat. You've got Turang in the on-deck circle for Milwaukee. Like that matchup for Bryce if Churio can get him to the plate here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Ramirez kicks, delivers, and a pop-up. This one behind home plate, foul territory. Flores sheds the mask, has room, makes the catch, and then gives a fist pump to the fans that were standing right next to the screen. Pirates get out of it. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jen Gregg. A Milwaukee man charged in a wrong-way OWI crash that killed an unborn child pled guilty this week. A man accused of making pipe bombs in West Allis has been sentenced to probation, and one person is injured after a non-fatal shooting early this morning on Milwaukee's northwest side. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 65. Sunday, sunny, a little warmer, a high of 85. I'm Jen Gregg, WTMJ News.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at GreatMidwestBank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Tonight's 6th Inning is brought to you by Steamfitters Local 601, Keepers of the Trade. For career opportunities, visit steam601.org.
It's a 2-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Shane Drowan has thrown 61 pitches so far. He's been very good. And Nick Gonzalez in the top of the order due up for the Pirates. First pitch missed outside with a slider. It's 1-0. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for $17.99. Drowan brings home the 1-0 pitch, and that one is tapped foul behind home plate. It's 1-1. Win, lose, home or away, visit GeorgeWebb.com for locations and details. Now, Brewers' theme in this game has been missed opportunities so far. 1-1 pitch is a fly ball into right center. Breaking in and to his right is Lara. He's there to make the catch. And there's one away for Brandon Lau. Brewers have had opportunities to put up some crooked numbers even in this game and just haven't had that big hit, save for the one big swing from Turang. They are currently tied at 2. They're into this Pirates bullpen. They're getting a great performance so far from Drowan on the mound. This is a fly ball right center. This is hit really well. Going back is Mitchell, and this will one-hop the wall. It does stay in play. And cruising into second with a double is Brandon Lau. Before Brian Reynolds hits, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh Maurer and Kent Sommerfeld. Lane Grindle with you here today from PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Brewers 2, Pirates 2. Runner in scoring position for Pittsburgh with one away, and Brian Reynolds is the batter, the switch hitter hitting right-handed against the lefty Shane Drowan. Drowan's first offering is a roller foul. Third base side, it's 0-1. Reynolds with a double himself back in the fourth inning. Came around and scored on the Valdez homer down the left field line. 0-1 is a liner fair down into the corner in right field. Hits off the sidewall around third, and scoring is Lau. It'll be an RBI single for Brian Reynolds. Pittsburgh leads it 3-2. Hit harder than his double was back in the fourth, but a similar piece of hitting. That was a sinker middle. He just got his hands inside of it and lined it inside the right field line. And now, Drowan's going to face Valdez. There's action in the Pirates bullpen. It is quiet still in the Brewers pen. Chris Hook is on his way out, though, now for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. This is the third time through for Drowan, and the swings have been a little bit better. The double, and now the base hit. Now you're facing a very dangerous hitter. That has been the story of the day so far. And Ace Maryland Valdez, who has a 2-run homer in this game, had a grand slam in game one, had a solo home run in game one. So he is, and boy, do we hope this doesn't happen at some point tonight, he is a 3-run homer away from the homer cycle today.
Boy.
Drowan looks at first. And the pitch. A half swing and a miss at a curveball, and a good one. It's 0-1. He came in with 7 home runs today. He's got 10 now. 0-1. Way inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Grant Anderson getting loose in the Brewers pen now. That would probably be for Marcelo Zuna. It's a couple of batters away. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball past him in 95, and it's 1-2. 3-2. Pirates lead it. Get the feeling that 3-2 won't be the final score here today. Again, this has been a Pirates team who has struggled to get outs at the end of games. That has been a big problem for this team. Brewers almost made them pay for that in game one today. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with an elevated fastball at 95. Has a big strikeout for Drowan, his second out of the inning. 2 away for Ryan O'Hearn. This could be the last batter for Drowan, depending on how things unfold, with Anderson getting loose in that bullpen for the Crew. Dennis Santana, who has really struggled this year, is in their bullpen. The Pirates pen. First pitch is in there on the inside edge with a slider for a strike on O'Hearn. Front door slider that time from Shane Drowan. O'Hearn is flied out to left both times today. He's 0 for 2. 0-1. And that ran in and hit him in the back. A sinker at 95, and it plunked him right in the back. We've had a lot of hit batters in this doubleheader today. Sproat hit 3 in his 3 innings today. It's the first hit batter from Drowan. That was right in the back. You could hear O'Hearn grunt as it hit him. Hit batters brought to you by Havish and Rotier. Injured in a car accident? The right call is Havish. With 13 offices across the state, they're the hometown firm. Wisconsinites trust Havish and Rotier, national reputation, hometown service. Brewers are going to stick with Drowan against Marcell Ozuna here. First and second, and 2 away. Drowan brings home the first pitch, a swing and a miss at a slider down in the dirt. It's 0-1.
Let's go, Buck!
Reynolds is at second. O'Hearn is at first for the Pirates. They lead the Brewers 3-2. No balls and 1 strike the count. Drowan brings home the pitch, and that missed down and away with a slider. It is 1-1. Ozuna 0 for 2 today. A fly out and a ground out. Long look in for Drowan, who's now at 75 pitches. Kicks and delivers, and a swing and a miss. Got a fastball by him at 94. He turns around and asks Malachi Moore if he's just swung at a strike. He did, and he's going to use his timeout. It's a big moment right here. Try to get out of this inning with just the 1 run allowed. You feel all right if you're the Brewers. One ball and 2 strikes. Drowan looks at first. O'Hearn not being held on over there. The pitch. And he painted the outside corner with a strike. Ozuna's going to challenge.
Batter is challenging the call strike.
And he is going to lose it. Boom. Strikeout of Marcell Ozuna for Shane
Pittsburgh is out of challenges.
And he limits the damage to just the 1 run in the 6th. He's through 6 innings of 3-run baseball. The Pirates lead the Brewers 3-2 as we head to the 7th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Save big money on everything for your next project at Menards. Update your home with Palmero vinyl plank flooring. It provides a genuine weathered wood look that complements any decor and clicks together for easy installation. It's waterproof, scratch and dent resistant, making it perfect for active households. Save big money on our wide variety of flooring options at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Store Candy. Stop into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Werther's or Mamba product with Quick Rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try Werther's Original, Mamba Magic Sticks, or Mamba Berry Tasty. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Werther's or Mamba product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewers season. Quick Trip and Store Candy, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Searching for auto, light truck tires or service? Visit the tire professionals at Palms Tire Service. Trusted and family-owned for over 80 years. With over 200 locations in 17 states. Great pricing on hand-cooked tires and all major brands. Palms Tire, one of the largest commercial and retread dealers, providing truckers and fleets with the most dependable 24-hour road service. Palms Tire, proud partner of global leading tire company Hankook Tire. Never halfway, Hankook Tire. For the best deals on tires and all your service needs, visit palmstire.com.
We'll take some more of that.
Smell what?
Swing a line drive. Deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Pirates lead at 3-2 as we head to the 7th inning. Dennis Santana is on the mound for the Pirates, and Josh Maurer is on the mic for the Brewers.
Thank you, Lane. And the man who's driven in the only 2 runs of the day for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang, is going to greet Santana, who has been struggling of late. In the middle of the order, Terang, Bowers, and Sanchez coming up. Now chasing a run after Brian Reynolds' go-ahead RBI hit. First pitch is over the inside corner with a fastball. Last time up, Bryce hit one off the top of the left field fence. Reynolds tried to make a leaping catch and missed it, and it was a 2-run double. The 0-1, inside and low on a changeup. Think about this. The Brewers have hit 2 balls off the top of the wall, and neither have been home runs. They've left 9 on base. They're 1 for 8 hitting with runners in scoring position, but down just a run. The 1-1. Outside corner with a slider through the back door, 1-2. Brewers have had multiple base runners aboard in 4 of the first 6 innings in this game. 3-2 Pittsburgh, though, trying to sweep the doubleheader. Santana's 1-2. Tried to check. He did on a pitch down and in. Slider. John Bacon at third base says no. He's the same man that rung up Terang on a questionable check swing to strike out in the first.
Yeah, he owed him one.
2-2. Seventh inning has been great for the Brewers of late. Here's a high, deep drive. In the air into right center field, but playable. Back goes Billy Cook on the warning track, and Cook makes the catch about 3 steps in front of the fence. Bryce just misses one. Boy, this has been a frustrating day so far for the Brewers.
Just a little bit off the end of the bat, Josh.
Brewers have scored at least 1 run in 7 consecutive 7th innings. I don't know if you can make rhyme or reason of that, but it's pretty remarkable. Jake Bauers now swings through a changeup. That started Sunday when they had the game-winning rally against the Diamondbacks. Bauers hit a home run in that one. In every game this week, they've scored at least 1 run in the 7th. 1 out, though, in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another changeup, 0-2. It's a North Shore adult diaper pitching change for even the heaviest control problems. I got you covered. Visit NorthShore.com. Johan Ramirez pitched around a double that literally hit off the top of the fence from Ortiz. And a hit batter to get a scoreless 6th. And now Johan can get a win. Santana into his 42nd outing of the year. Has Bauers in an 0-2 hole in the pitch. Outside. Tripled up on a changeup. That time Jake didn't chase. Ball 1. Jake hit a home run in game 1 of the doubleheader. In game 2, he's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Santana has 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. So deep fly out and a strikeout. And that great 7th inning streak is in the balance as Gary Sanchez comes to the plate. If the Pirates can get the final 7 outs, they will win both series thus far this year against the Brewers, which is quite a feat. They would be 4-1 against Milwaukee this year. First pitch coming. In at the knees with the slider. Santana working ahead, and it's 0-1. Gary has grounded out, and he has also twice walked. Brewers lost a late 6-3 lead in the opener and fell 7-6. The 0-1. That's in their first strike again, right down the middle with a slider, and it's 0-2. The hero of the day for Pittsburgh has been rookie ace Marlene Valdez, who's hit 3 homers. The game-winning grand slam included in game 1, and a 2-run shot in this one. 2 out. And the 0-2. Down in the dirt on a changeup taken by Gary Sanchez for ball 1. So the Brewers trying to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss. They hit into a double play with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 9th to lose by a run earlier. Down a run in the 7th here in this one. The 1-2. Line drive opposite way, slicing and foul. Over towards the sidewall and a sinker in on the hands of Sanchez. It remains 1-2. Drive around the league brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin, operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Cubs and Reds get underway at 6:10. Here's the pitch, swinging a tapper foul up the third baseline. Sanchez stays alive. The Cubs are back within 7 games of the Brewers. After Milwaukee lost earlier, Chicago trying to snap its 2-game skid as they send Javier Assad out to the mound opposite Nick Lodolo tonight in Cincy. Two out in the 7th. Nobody's aboard as Dennis Santana looks for a 1-2-3 inning. Through the middle of the order. The 1-2. Line drive again, slicing foul right field side and into the extended netting. We already know that this 18-game in 17-day stretch, which ends tomorrow, is going to give the Brewers a winning record. 1-2 again. Drilled deep, but hooked it, and it's going to be foul. Out of play down the left field line. Home run distance for Gary, but he was just out in front, and it's a long strike. Still 1-2. The ball was mashed. Brewers are 10-6 in this stretch of 18 in 17. And the pitch is low. It's 2-2. They're also going to have another winning road trip. They've already clinched that. But trying to avoid losing the doubleheader today. Down a run in the 7th. 2-2. Up and in, and Gary's come from behind to work a full count here against Dennis Santana with Garrett Mitchell in the on-deck circle. Brewers on this trip, 6-3, their longest road trip by games of the season. It'll be 11 games by tomorrow. Santana is ready, and the 3-2. Hit in the air, shallow into right. Should be easy for Esmirlin Valdez. Few steps over to his right, makes the catch. And Santana has a 1-2-3 7th. First time in 8 games the Brewers did not score a run in the 7th inning. We will stretch in Pittsburgh. Pirates up 3-2 with Drowan going back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
It's time to clear the air. When you use ethanol in your vehicle, it burns cleaner than regular fuel. But it does more than that. It's better for your engine. It's more affordable, and it supports farmers right here in Wisconsin. And really, don't we all deserve cleaner air? The Wisconsin Biofuels Association encourages you to do your part. Fill up with unleaded 88. It's better for all of us. Learn more at wibiofuels.org.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time.
Brewers theme nights are back and better than ever in 2026. Join the crew for your favorite theme nights, plus new events like Hello Kitty Night and Paw Patrol Day. Check them all out at brewers.com/theme nights.
Milwaukee Brewers Baseball and Miller Lite.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbliss is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbliss is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of this season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbliss, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbliss.com.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Shane Drowan will continue in this game as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. He has only thrown 77 pitches. Pirates just got the go-ahead run against him in the 6th to lead it 3-2, and the bottom of the order is coming up. 7-8-9, rookie catcher Flores Jr., then Jared Triolo and Billy Cook. 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. So Drowan continues. Just a couple pitches he'd like to have back today. Otherwise, he's been terrific again. But on the losing end of a 3-2 score at the moment. Rafael Flores Jr. has blooped a single and flown out. And he'll take ball 1 with a curve. The left-hander, the rookie, Drowan with a 1-0. Drop that curveball in on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1. The longest outing for Sproat. 6 1/3 innings in Colorado. Back on the 7th of June, a month ago. 1-1 high, and it's 2-1. Pitch count-wise, he is in decent shape to get through a 7th, which would be a career long. Drowan. Sorry if I said Sproat. I was reading the game notes, and top of the game notes were Brandon Sproat, then the bottom of the game notes were Shane Drowan. Thank you to Kent for picking that up. 2-1 pitch, up and away, and it's 3-1 on the young catcher, Rafael Flores Jr., just up this week from the minor leagues. 3-1 coming. There's a strike with a fastball, and it's 3-2. $29,080. Bigger crowd by about 7,000 fans than we had for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Overcast here in Pittsburgh. 3-2 Pirates, bottom 7, and a full count on Rafael Flores Jr. The pitch is hit on the ground to third. Backhanded on a hop by Joey Ortiz. Makes a perfect throw across the diamond. In time to get Flores, and that's the first out of the inning. And that's going to be it. Well, he'll tie his career high in innings pitched, but they will not let him face Jared Triolo at 83 pitches. Pat Murphy is going to make a call to the bullpen. Grant Anderson has been getting loose for the Brewers. So unfortunately, Drowan could lose this game, cannot win it. Pitching change brought to you by Iron Workers Local 8. American Family Field was built by Iron Workers Local 8. Join their team for industry-leading wages and benefits. Learn more at IWL8.org. That's IWL8.org. 3-2 Pirates in the 7th with Grant Anderson entering on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil, saving you big time money on hot dogs. 16-ounce Oscar Mayer wieners, 2 for $5. Or 12-ounce Forrest Franks, 99 cents. I caramba ha prices on hot dogs. Select Oscar Mayer, 2 for $5, and select Forrest, 99 cents. Enjoy dogs all summer long at these everyday low prices. Better products, better prices, better service, because we're fully owned.
It's Woodman's.
You can see the difference at each job site. Crews show up organized and ready to work, and an environment built on safety and skill. That's the skilled union laborers who are members of LIUNA, Wisconsin. Highly trained, reliable, focused on delivering the highest standards of quality and productivity. For contractors, LIUNA means projects done right the first time, on time and on budget. For laborers, LIUNA is more than just a paycheck. It's a career built on training, stability, and pride in their work. Go with LIUNA. Feel the power.
Grant Anderson will make his 4th appearance of this marathon road trip, coming on in with 1 out, nobody aboard in the 7th, and a 3-2 Pirates lead. And the bottom 2 on the Pirates lineup card coming up: Jared Triolo, then Billy Cook. Drowan done after those 6 1/3 innings, matching a career-long outing. 5 hits, 3 runs. He didn't walk a batter and struck out 6. Triolo takes ball 1. 83 pitches, 60 strikes for Mr. Drowan. And now it's Anderson. He's had a very nice trip. Remember, it began when he had that great extra inning win in Phoenix. That feels like a long time ago. That was this trip. Triolo grounds that one to shortstop, play for Cooper Pratt. He gobbles it up, and he throws to first. One shortstopper retires the other, and that's a good start for Mr. Anderson. Given up 1 earned run in 5 innings of work over the 3 appearances he's made on this road trip prior to today, has Grant. Overall, this is his 37th appearance of the year. 2-3 with a 3.32 ERA. Billy Cook has flown out and struck out. 2 out, bluffs a bunt, pulls back, and takes outside ball 1. Pirates bullpen. I think they're quiet. Nope, there's somebody getting loose now. Matson. Yeah, they got a right-hander getting loose. Isaac Matson, thank you. So Dennis Santana looks like he'll be 1 inning and done. Now Billy Cook does bunt, but he bunts foul up the third baseline. Showed it on the first pitch, tried it on the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Isaac Matson with a 4.66 earned run average. And in the 8th inning, the Brewers will be sending up Mitchell, Lara, and Pratt. Here's the pitch. Line drive off the glove of Anderson. It'll be a base hit. Deflects towards shortstop. Very shallow in past the pitcher and well in on the grass. It's an infield hit for Billy Cook. Anderson reached up on a ball that wasn't hit all that hard. Tried to catch it on the line, but he deflected it like 5 feet behind him. So Billy Cook has a rare major league hit, his 6th of the season. That's it. Good speed at first for Nick Gonzalez. The hits in this game now even at 6. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. And the first pitch comes in letter high with that three-quarter arm slot. Grant Anderson delivers a 93-mile-an-hour strike. Jared Koenig starts to play catch in the Brewers bullpen. 2 out in the 0-1. Gonzalez chops to second base, 2 hops. There's Bryce Terang. He fields it chest high and throws out Gonzalez. 4-3 on your scorecard. Inning over between Troen and Anderson. No problem. 6 outs left to work with. Brewers will try to get at Isaac Mattson as they trail 3-2 into the 8th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive miles per gallon. No matter which Toyota you choose, you're driving an MVP. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Nothing says summer like baseball. Whether you're headed to the stadium solo or tailgating with friends, Tsunami Express Car Wash keeps your ride looking game day ready. Wash away dust, bugs, and road grime with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a Tsunami Express member. So before you cheer on the crew, make sure your vehicle looks as good as your game day spirit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
For every mile of highway, every bridge connecting our communities, the skilled union laborers of Liuna, Wisconsin are on the job. They're building and maintaining the infrastructure our Wisconsin residents, industries, and economy depend on every day. So when you see construction signs, orange barrels, and flashing lights, please slow down. Those work zones protect Liuna's skilled men and women. Strong roads, strong bridges, stronger Wisconsin. Liuna, feel the power.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Pirates 3, Brewers 2. Game 2 of the doubleheader getting into the late innings. We hit the 8th, and with a North Shore adult diaper pitching change, Isaac Mattson replaces Dennis Santana to call the action again. Here's Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Garrett Mitchell will lead things off for the crew. At least a run out there to get for the Brewers. Mattson making his 10th career appearance against the Brewers. Pitch hits the inside corner with a fastball at 94, and it's 0-1. He's been pretty good against the Brewers over his career. 10 innings, just 3 hits allowed, 4 runs. Has given up a home run. It was a memorable one to Christian Yelich, if memory serves me right. Here's a chopper to first base. Fielded by the first baseman, O'Hearn. The flip to first is just in time. It was a very close play at first, as O'Hearn kind of slow played that ball and gave a lazy flip to first, and Mitchell almost beat it out. But he is retired for the first out of this 8th inning, and that'll get Luis Lara to the plate. Today's 8th inning being brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, representing 9,000 skilled union laborers throughout Wisconsin. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's liunawisconsin.org, and feel the power. First pitch to Lara, missed outside. It's 1-0. Been a little bit more quiet of a game 2 for Lara and Pratt, who were all over that first game with some of the rallies. 1-0 pitch is a fly ball left field and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lara. Lara, then Pratt, then Ortiz, if the inning would extend that far. Be interesting to see what the Pirates do in the 9th inning, depending on how this inning shakes out. The 1-1 to Lara is up and away with a slider, 2 balls and 1 strike. Would they pitch Soto twice in one day, which a lot of managers are hesitant to do if they can avoid it? Would they maybe throw left-hander Mason Montgomery, who's made a bunch of appearances for them this year, experienced guy this season? Remains to be seen. Brewers hope they can do something about this deficit right here in the 8th. Lara takes outside, and it goes to 3-1. Love to get the speed of Lara on with one out here. Try to push this inning to the top of the order. Evan Sisk is now getting loose in the Pirates bullpen. Here's a fly ball fouling out of play down the left field line. Stays at 3 balls, or it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes rather on Lara. Lara did walk back in the second inning in his first plate appearance of the day. Struck out and grounded out in the 2 subsequent appearances after that.
I think that is Mason Montgomery getting loose, actually, Lane.
It is, yeah. I think that would be what you would think would be the case for the Pirates. 3-2 pitch. And a liner into left. That's dropping quickly, and it's down for a base hit for Luis Lara. Lara's 4th hit as a big leaguer, and he is aboard with 1 away now in front of Cooper Pratt. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandies, a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. So the Brewers do have the tying run on here, trailing 3-2 in this 8th inning. Cooper Pratt, 0 for 3 today. He was 2 for 4 in game 1 earlier today, though. The pitch is high with a slider, and it's 1-0. Again, Lara was a stolen base artist in the minor leagues. Brewers were aggressive early, trying to steal on Bubba Chandler a little bit, and Flores behind the plate. Flores is going to walk a baseball out and visit with Mattson here. Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, over 95 kiosks. A fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. 1 ball and no strikes on Pratt. Joey Ortiz now being called back into the dugout out of the on-deck circle, and it looks like the Brewers will send a pinch hitter up for him. That's Andrew Vaughn. It is in the on-deck circle for the Brewers. And caught the outside corner. Fastball at 95. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was a good pitch from Mattson. Lara at first, being held on by O'Hearn. Mattson out of the stretch, the 1-1. That missed down and in with a slider. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Brewers trailing 3-2. Lost game 1 earlier today, 7-6. Heartbreaking fashion. Had a 6-3 lead. Brewers don't blow very many leads. 2-1. Swing and a miss. He took a big cut at a fastball up at 95. And Cooper swung through it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cooper was trying to give the Brewers the lead with that swing. That was a big-time swing. Cooper steps out of the box for a moment. Mattson goes for a little walk on the backside of the mound. Told you the Brewers out-hit the Pirates in game 1 despite losing. They're out-hitting the Pirates in game 2 as well, 7-6. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cooper Pratt. Mattson brings home the pitch and swung on and fouled straight back, and Cooper had another good cut. Fastball at 95, this one at the bottom of the zone, right above the knees perhaps, and he took a big cut at that one and fouled it back and stays alive. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Pratt. Mattson's 2-2. Fly ball, right field. Tracking it is Valdez, but it'll find the seats foul and out of play down the right field line, and the battle continues between Mattson and Pratt. Again, Vaughn is in the on-deck circle. He would hit for Ortiz. Brewers had the Pirates very nervous late in game 1, but the Pirates escaped. Brewers trying to not let them off the hook for a second consecutive game. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball on the infield, left side. Backpedaling is the third baseman Gonzalez, and he will make the catch for the second out. Pratt had a lengthy battle, but pops out in fair territory on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And it's going to be up to Andrew Vaughn now, with Lara at first and 2 away. So Vaughn pinch hitting for Ortiz. Top of the order looms after Vaughn. Yelich in the on-deck circle. Well, you just told you earlier, Yelich homered off of him a couple of years ago.
You just think about the last time Joey Ortiz batted and how that ball didn't get out when it hit the very top of the fence, but bounced back into play instead of going over. Oh, the centimeters that can decide games potentially.
The Terang double that was almost a 3-run homer. The Ortiz ball on the very top of the wall. I mean, you see that occasionally, but so often when it hits the top of the wall, it skips on over. But that one was back spun and came back into play. So brief mound visit here between Flores and Matson. And here's Vaughn, who would love to atone for that double play he hit into to finish game 1. Matson brings home the first pitch. And, it caught the inside corner with a fastball at 96. No balls and 1 strike. It did, too. Really nice pitch. Vaughn is 0 for 1 lifetime against Matson. Hasn't seen him, but 1 time. It was a flyout. A 1 swing and a miss at a slider down and away, and it's 0-2 on Andrew. See what the Brewers do in the bottom of the 8th inning. They've got Uribe up and getting loose. And now Matson will step off and Lara back to the bag. Lara with a 1-out single. He's still standing at first with 2 outs now. And the Brewers will have to try to put something together with 2 outs here in this 8th inning. Matson has thrown 17 pitches in this inning so far. The pitch missed inside with a fastball at 97, and it's 1-2. Brewers won this series in Arizona, took 4 of 5 from the Cardinals. Trying to come from behind here late in this one to even up this series at a game apiece. 1-2 pitch, and Vaughn, did he check? They appeal to first. He did check in time, says Alfonso Marquez. It was a sweeper down in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Vaughn. Get a look at the replay. Yep. He definitely held. So Vaughn trying to get himself back into this count. He is battling after falling behind 0-2. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matson kicks and delivers, and a pop-up. This one behind home plate, but it's going to get out of play as Flores gave it a look. But Vaughn will stay alive. He got a sweeper to hit there. Middle sweeper. I mean, that is center cut. But he just fouled it back and out of play. The more he sees of Matson here, the more comfortable some of Vaughn's swings starting to look. This will be the 6th pitch of this at-bat. Matson's 2-2. That's up and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good at bat being put together here by Andrew Vaughn. Again, after falling behind 0-2. Grinding out this at bat, making Matson work. He wants a new baseball, so he throws that one out of play. And a new one will be sent out to him. Pretty easy take for Vaughn on 2-2. Matson just trying to get him to chase up and out of the zone and strike himself out, and he refused to do so. 3-2 the count on Vaughn. Matson kicks, delivers, and a ground ball foul up the third baseline. Lara was moving with the pitch. He'll have to go back to first. We'll do it again at 3-2. He got a sweeper on the inner half and just rolled over at foul up the third base line. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. From Matson to Vaughn. Here it comes. And a fly ball right side and fouling out of play. And the beat goes on. Lara's starting to get tired. He's taking off on all these pitches with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. He is getting his steps in over there at first base. That was a fastball at 96, down and away in the lower outside part of the strike zone. 3-2 on Vaughn. Madsen looking in. And the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Cook tracking it. Back a couple of steps. And now comes in a couple of steps. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. Brewers got a 1-out single from Lara. David Strando at first base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 3-2 Pittsburgh on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
While there's a change on the mound, maybe it's time for a change in your career. Ironworkers Local 8 offers industry-leading wages and benefits exceeding $84 an hour, world-class training, and job opportunities throughout the eastern third of Wisconsin and the entire Upper Peninsula of Michigan. When you join Local 8, you become part of a brotherhood that looks out for you, your family, and the communities we serve. Learn more today at IWL8.org. That's IWL8.org.
Most things people do could be done more safely. Sometimes it's common sense. Sometimes it's innovating a better way. But it's always about minimizing risk. For this purpose, West Bend is willing to come check out your business and help minimize your risks. It's precisely because of thinking like this that West Bend has been keeping businesses and employees safe for over 125 years. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com. West Bend, the worst brings out our best.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy the show.
Would you like fries with that?
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Abner Uribe takes over on the mound for the Brewers. He will try to keep it at the 3-2 deficit that the Brewers are still looking up at. Brewers are going to have some 9th inning magic after they nearly had it in Game 1 today. Can they find it in Game 2 of this doubleheader and find a way to come from behind and split this doubleheader? But again, first things first, need a 0 from Uribe here, and he's going to face a tough part of this Pirates order. It'll be the lefty Lau, then the switch hitter Reynolds, and then Valdez. The trio due up here in this bottom of the 8th inning. This is a tough trio to navigate for any pitcher. Abner will get a couple of lefties to start up this inning against him as well. So here's Lau, who doubled in his last at bat back in the 6th inning and came around and scored. That is the difference in this game right now. First pitch is fouled out of play, third base side. It's 0-1. Brewers and Pirates will be back at it tomorrow to wrap up the series and wrap up the quote-unquote first half of the season. We'll head into the All-Star break and then a long homestand on the other side of the All-Star break. The 0-1 is a liner past Bowers and into right field for a base hit for Brandon Lau. Ball was hit very hard. It was a sinker at 99. And it was down at the very bottom of the zone, and Lau smoked it through the right side for a base hit. That's a big insurance run for the Pirates, standing at first base. Here's Brian Reynolds. Reynolds 2 for 3 today. Drove in Lau back in the 6th inning. Again, that's the difference in the game right now. Uribe brings home the first pitch. And that missed outside with a slider. It's 1-0. Brewers have never led in this game. Now, they led for most of Game 1. But they have not led in this game. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Missed down and in. And it's 2-0. Sinker at 100 miles an hour from Abner Uribe. Runner at first is Lau. 2, 3, and 4. This is the trio that Uribe has to navigate, and they have been the problem today, too. That is a little low with a sinker at 100. And it goes to 3-0 on Reynolds with the very dangerous Valdez in the on-deck circle. 3-0 pitch right through there for a strike, and it's 3-1. These have been close games, these first two games. Uribe again out of the stretch. The 3-1 to Reynolds is fouled back into the net, and it's full now, 3-2. This has been one of the better crowds we've seen in Pittsburgh over the last handful of years. Uribe spins, throws to first. He was leaning, but he got back in time. That's Lau over there at first base. Diving back into the bag ahead of the tag from Bowers. Reynolds awaiting the pitch. The switch hitter up there is a lefty against Uribe. Abner brings home the 3-2, and he missed low with a slider, and he walked him. So a base hit and now a walk, and Uribe in a little bit of trouble here in this 8th inning. First and second, nobody out. And Valdez is the batter who had the 2-run home run back in the 4th inning. Has 3 home runs today. Has struck out twice today, though, in this second game of this doubleheader. Righty-righty matchup, though, for Uribe. First right-hander he's been able to face in this inning so far. Historically much tougher on righties than lefties. Uribe's first pitch, a swing and a miss. Sinker at 101. And Valdez came up empty. Abner looks at Lau at second, and now the 0-1 pitch. That just missed. Sinker at 102 from Abner, 101.8 to be exact. That missed below the zone. He is throwing hard. That's not the problem so far. 1-1. That missed way inside with a sinker at 100. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. This is a very good Pirates offense. We talked about it a lot over the course of these 2 games today. Averaging north of 5 runs a game. They have been a tough offensive bunch. 2-1. Ground ball to second base. Terang Fields flips it to Pratt across the bag for 1. On to first in time. A 4-6-3 double play. And like Abner does so well, he rolls up a double play. And the Brewers are an out away from getting out of this inning. That was a big-time pitch. A sinker at 100 at the bottom of the zone. And Valdez pounded that ball into the dirt. 4-6-3, the double play goes. Double plays brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, Midwest #1 entertainment destination. Here's Ryan O'Hearn, runner at third and 2 outs. First pitch to O'Hearn is a ground ball. 1 hops to Terang. Plays it on the forehand. Sets his feet and throws to first in time. And the inning is over. So, little trouble for Uribe, but he navigates it beautifully and puts up a 0. We go to the 9th inning. Last chance for the Crew, trailing 3-2 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Rev up your rewards at the pump with the Club Citgo app. Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Sunday Brewer games are for families. Score 4 tickets, lunch, and parking with the Family Sunday Bundle for just $85 all in. Plus exclusive kids giveaways, Sunday autographs, kids run the bases, and more. Visit brewers.com/Family Sundays for details.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Brewers baseball is better from the best seat in the house, yours. Find it at Steinhafels, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Shop in store and online at steinhafels.com.
We go to the top of the ninth inning, and a bunch of changes for the Pirates, including the new pitcher, left-hander Mason Montgomery. New catcher as well, Henry Davis is in the game. Brian Reynolds moves from left to right, and Jake Mangum is in the game in left field. Christian Yelich lead things off, a 3-2 Pirates lead, and the first pitch is swing and a miss against Montgomery's slider. It's 0-1. Montgomery, first year in Pittsburgh, his 38th appearance. Has a 4.25 ERA, and Yelich hits one on the ground foul past Matt Erickson in third base box. It's 0-2. Last year with Tampa, 57 appearances, a 5.67 ERA for Montgomery. Left-hander. Here's the 0-2 to Yelich, and he took outside. It's 1-2 strikes. Brewers trailed by a run in Game 1 earlier today. Yelich led off with a single. Brewers loaded the bases, but could not get the game tied. Montgomery's 1-2 pitch is a roller foul up the first baseline, and it stays at 1-2 on Yelich, who has a hit in this game and has reached twice. He's officially 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. It's Yelich, Churio, Terang scheduled to hit against the southpaw Montgomery. Montgomery, the 1-2. That's high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball at 99. From Mason Montgomery. He has one save in his career. It came last year when he was with Tampa Bay. 2-2 pitch. Yelich took down and away, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers do have an ABS challenge remaining still. Pittsburgh has none. Something to keep in mind. The count is full. Would love to get that leadoff man aboard for the Crew. Montgomery's 3-2 pitch. Yelich took outside, and he draws the leadoff walk. There you go. That's a start for the Crew. Ortho ASAP walk. When you need a professional at bat, Christian Yelich is going to give it to you late in the game like that. So Yelich is aboard, and here's Jackson Churio, who has a hit in this game, is officially 1 for 4. Brewers trailing 3-2 in the top of the ninth inning. Montgomery brings home the first pitch, and Jackson took a strike on the inside edge, and it's 0-1. Churio is 0 for 1 against Montgomery in his career. And now time is called by Churio. Actually, no, a warning for Montgomery to wait until Churio's engaged before he comes set. No balls and 1 strike on Jackson. Yelich, healthy lead over at first. And the pitch. Churio chops it foul in the box. That got a piece of that front foot. And he is hopping around very gingerly on that left leg. Grimacing. Never went down to the ground. He's just taking his time. And now Brad Epstein is out to check on him. He's having some difficulty right now putting weight on that leg. Epstein's out there, and the two of them are talking. Jackson definitely in some pain right now, but again, never went down to the ground. Stayed on his feet the entire time. Now kind of pumping that left foot trying to get some blood flowing, and now he smiles and taps Brett Epstein on the back as if to say, I'm fine, thanks for checking on me. And he's still got a little limp as he climbs back into the box. Yelich drew the leadoff walk. He is at first with nobody out. It's 0-2, though, on Churio at the plate. Montgomery, the left-hander, sets up on the third base side of the rubber. And the 0-2 pitch. Rolled foul off the facing of the Pirates' dugout. And Churio stays alive at 0-2. He got a slider down and in. It was out of the zone, but Churio at least got the bat to it and stayed alive. Terang is in the on-deck circle for Milwaukee. 0-2 pitch. And a liner foul down the third baseline off the tarp. Stays at 0-2. This feels a little bit like a do-over for the Brewers. Top of the order, exactly like what Game 1 set up like for the Brewers. Jackson came in and pinch hit in that spot for Garrett Mitchell, and he popped up in foul territory, trying to atone for that here. He is battling right now. The 0-2 pitch is high, and it's 1-2. It has been a long day of baseball, and it's been grueling because these have been close games. 1-2 pitch. Churio swinging a miss. Got a fastball by him at 99. That's a big strikeout for Montgomery. And there's one away as Terang comes to the plate. Terang had the 2-run double back in the 5th inning. That was the last batter that Bubba Chandler faced. Now he faces a left-hander in Mason Montgomery. First offering. Terang, a fly ball fouling out of play down the left field line, and it's 0-1. That's his only hit of either game today. He is 1 for 7 for the day, 1 for 4 in this contest. Montgomery's 0-1. Line fouling out of play, third base side. And it's 0-2. Montgomery's worked ahead. He got ahead of Yelich. Yelich came back, worked the walk. Got ahead of Churio, ends up striking him out. Now he's ahead 0-2 on Terang. It's a good recipe. Oh-2 pitch. And Terang able to check on a pitch that missed outside of the slider. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bowers would be due up next, but Contreras is in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. And a pick over to first, and back in time, diving headfirst into the bag is Yelich. 1-2 on Terang. Brewers trying to put together a 9th inning comeback here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Montgomery brings home the pitch and flied foul and out of play down the third base line. So Terang battling just like Churio is battling as well. Terang has faced Montgomery twice. He's walked both times that he's faced him in the past. 1-2 pitch. That's down and away with a slider. 2-2. And boy, Bryce doing a good job getting himself back into this count. Just trying to at least get that tying run into scoring position. 2-2 pitch. And he checked on a pitch down and away. Got away from Henry Davis, but he blocked it up the first baseline. They appealed to third. Terang didn't swing. And the count is full. It's 3-2. A big-time pitch coming right here. And again, this is a guy that hasn't finished many games in his career. He's got 1 save in his career. And you can dismiss that all you want, but it matters when you're trying to get the final 3 outs of a ball game. 3-2 the count here on Terang. Montgomery looks at first and now brings home the pitch and a fly ball down the left field line, but twisting out of play foul. A little better swing against that fastball. It was 99, upper inside quadrant of the strike zone. Terang has seen 7 pitches now in this battle. Here's the 3-2. And line foul and out of play again. Third base side. This battle continues. Montgomery's thrown 20 pitches now. Actually 21 after that one. And this is just the third batter he's faced. Every Brewer has gone deep. Yelich walked. Churio struck out. Now Terang. Battling with a 3-2 count. Montgomery kicks, delivers, and a fly ball into shallow left center. It'll be Mangum, the left fielder, coming in to make the catch for out number 2. That's a big out for Mason Montgomery. And it'll be William Contreras to hit for Jake Bauers. He is the last chance for the Crew. Contreras played in game 1. He looked really good. It's the best he's looked at the plate in well over a week. He had 3 hits. Went 3 for 5. And some loud contact in there, too. One of his outs was a line out to center. Might have been his hardest hit ball of the day. Pirates crowd is on their feet. Brewers are down to their last out here. Yelich led the inning off with a walk, but he's still standing at first. He is the tying run here in the top of the 9th inning. Contreras 0 for 2 against Montgomery in his career. First pitch is high with a fastball at 98. It's 1-0. Sanchez in the on-deck circle. He would hit next. Montgomery again looks at first. And the 1-0. And Contreras took a strike at the top of the strike zone. Sinker at 98. It is 1-1. Just barely clipped the very top of the zone. And the crowd making some noise here right now. 1 ball and 1 strike on Contreras. The pitch. And Contreras took a strike. He's thinking about challenging it. He will.
Batter challenging the call of strike.
And he's right for doing it. This is going to be inside. It's going to be a ball. Boom.
Calls overturned. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
He wasn't sure that's the right spot. That is absolutely the right spot to challenge that if you're William Contreras. It's a great challenge. He wins it, and that changes this at-bat significantly. Now it's 2-1. Montgomery brings home the pitch, and a liner foul down the left field line and out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He got a slider. It was in. It would have been ball 3. But Williams trying to do some damage right now, understandably so. Brewers down to their last strike. Montgomery comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. And he took a called third strike and he knew it. Dropped a curveball in there on him. Contreras strikes out, and the Pirates have swept this doubleheader from the Brewers here today in Pittsburgh. Winning both games by a 1-run margin. Game 2 final, 3-2 Pittsburgh. We're back to tell you about it after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
When you've been seriously injured, the final score matters.
Attorney Ed Robinson with Cannon and Dunphy.
That's why you should hire the trusted team at Cannon and Dunphy. We have a winning lineup of attorneys with decades of experience. Because results matter, call Cannon and Dunphy.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine Specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
From the post-game to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Cotroneo, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Cooper Pratt and this team loves defense. Cooper Pratt's a big league shortstop right now. I mean, Cooper Pratt was a big league shortstop defensively last year. I mean, that's a big league shortstop.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dunphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
I got into injury law because it's complex. It's contradictory. It needs somebody to make it work for the people who get hurt through no fault of their own. That's what I do, and that's what we do at Cannon and Dunphy.
Brett Eckstein, attorney at Cannon and Dunphy.
It's the best place to catch Brewers baseball.
I'm just going to agree with you on everything you say.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball has been brought to you by American Family Insurance. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Construction Business Group, Usinger's famous sausage. Usinger's in baseball, it's just not summer without them. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Menards, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Prevea Health, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Palms Tire Service, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, Smart 18, Steinhoffels, Toyota, Woodman's Food Market, Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Wisconsin Dental Association, Ironworkers Local 8, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, North Shore Adult Diapers, Concordia University of Wisconsin, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, Tsunami Express Car Wash, and Wisconsin's Dairy Farmers. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You are listening to the Brewers Radio Network. Back with you from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates win it 3-2 over the Brewers here today, and they sweep both games of this doubleheader. And Josh, this one will be a frustrating day for the Brewers because they had a lot of opportunities in this doubleheader.
Yeah, they lose 2 one-run games. It was the Esmeralin Valdez doubleheader because he drove in 8 of the 10 runs the Pirates scored in the doubleheader today. And in Game 2, the Pirates win 3-2, 3-7-0 for Pittsburgh, 2-7-0 for the Brewers. But they left 11 on base. Brewers, as you said, Lane, a lot of chances. They were 1 for 8 hitting with runners in scoring position in this game. Johan Ramirez, the win, he's 6-2. Shane Drowan, tough luck loss to fall to 4-3. And just the second career save, first as a Pirate for Mason Montgomery. Time of the game, 2:46 in front of 29,080. And we'll pick a player of the game when we come back and get you ready for the pitching matchup that's going to have everybody around baseball watching us tomorrow. Skeens and Miz, round 2. It's a lead into the All-Star break. Final again, 3-2 Pittsburgh in Game 2. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people, and they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
There's a new brat in town, and I think you're really going to like it. It's called the Kids Hall of Fame Fresh Bratwurst. Hi, this is Robin Young. They're made by Usingers and have a familiar taste, like the delicious ones made for years for my pal you. What's also great is that a portion of the proceeds will go to the MAC Fund. Just ask for the Kids Fresh Brats, and look for me taking a swing on the label. You can also find them online at usinger.com.
Look for them at your local Syndics or Woodman store.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
Service and savings. It's goodness.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil, saving you big time money on hot dogs. 16-ounce Oscar Mayer wieners, 2 for $5. Or 12-ounce Barres Franks, 99 cents. High caramba, prices on hot dogs. Select Oscar Mayer 2 for $5 and select Bar S 99 cents.
Enjoy dogs all summer long at these everyday low prices.
Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee owned.
It's Woodman's.
Back with you from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates sweep the doubleheader against the Brewers here today. 7-6 in Game 1, 3-2 here in Game 2. And Josh, we're looking for our Smart 18 player of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be players for this one. It was the entire Pittsburgh bullpen. Isert, Johan Ramirez, Dennis Santana, Mattson, and then Mason Montgomery. You have 5 different relievers who combined to go 4 1/3 scoreless behind Bubba Chandler here today. And here's my stat du jour, Lane. You know I love these. Pirates are 4-1 against the Brewers this year. They've got one of the worst bullpens in baseball statistically. But against Milwaukee, for whatever reason, 19 2/3 innings, 1 run this year.
Wow.
For the Pittsburgh bullpen in those 5 games.
You wouldn't have guessed that if you just looked at the 2 teams and the numbers and everything else. Like, how?
It's the biggest reason, I think, that they're 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, earn more. Build a long-term career in the trade. Smart 18, Wisconsin Sheet Metal Workers Union. Learn more at smart18.work. That's going to do it for us here today. Thanks for being with us all day long. Wish we had better news to report. We'll be back with you tomorrow, though. That's the good news. On Deck Show built by Menards gets underway at 10:40. The game will follow at 11:15. Brewers and Pirates will wrap up this series. Brewers will